So, this chapter is one of those chapters. Where to start? This chapter has more information than the entire one arc so far. First, let's start with the Shichibukai system being abolished. I made a theory a while ago about the Shichibukai system, and I said that it will be abolished, and that theory is confirmed in this chapter. If you want to watch that theory, the link is in the description. In that theory, I talk about how it would be better for the story if the Shichibukai system is abolished because the Shichibukais have served their purpose. Since now the Straw Hats are dealing with the Yonkos, now everything is gigantic in scale compared to how it was in the past. And by abolishing the Shichibukai system, this frees Oda's hands from using those characters in any way he sees fit for the story. It is very likely that Mihawk will show up in Shanks' arc, and Zoro will have the opportunity to fight Mihawk and prove himself as a great swordsman, or maybe even the best in the world. Now, I said that this chapter has a lot of information, but instead of giving us answers, it gave us only questions. Endless amount of questions. And what makes it even worse is that we will not get the answers in the next chapter, but it will probably be next year or something like that. If you guys hear that I died, I want you to know that it was Oda's fault. The cause of my death will be curiosity. As a reader, it's really annoying to not get answers, but as a theorist, this is great. You can make at least 1 million theories just for this chapter. But I really hope we will get at least some answers in the next chapter, because this is torture. Please, Odachi. It is great to see Garp again. It is always great to see a legendary character. I wish we could see more of them. Everything seems to be fine in Fishman Island, which is great. It would be very sad if something did happen to them, just when they decided to trust humans. Garp said that an incident did happen when the reverie did end, and it does involve the Alabasta Kingdom. The key thing of what Garp is saying is, the Marines are trying to resolve it. I have two theories about this case. Number one, the revolutionaries did attack after the reverie did end and the fighting did not go as planned. And somehow the royal family of Alabasta got caught in the crossfire between the revolutionaries and the Marines. And that's why Garp is saying don't let this change your mind about humans. Because if humans are fighting each other, then where does this leave the fishmen? If humans don't care about other humans, they will surely not care about the fishmen. I don't think Vivi or her father is dead, because that is a big opportunity to do something special in the story. So there's no way Oda will do that off screen. That would be a waste of characters. So that's why you don't see things like that in One Piece or in other stories. Except in Attack on Titan. There happens all the time. My second theory is that Imo did order CP0 to capture Vivi. We saw him holding the picture of Vivi. And Sabo and the rest did find out about the plan and they did decide to interfere. And they captured Vivi to save her from CP0. And that's why the world government is telling Morgans to publish a certain story. I think that story is about to put the blame on the revolutionaries. In order to convince countries around the world that the revolutionaries are not your friends. Look at what they are doing to the royal family of Alabasta. They are just criminals and nothing more. When Ivankov read the news, he said, "This is Sabo we are talking about here. This is unthinkable. I refuse to believe it." If the news is about Sabo's death, then why is Ivankov saying, "This is unthinkable"? The only way how that makes sense is if Ivankov thinks that Sabo is immortal. And he is shocked to hear that Sabo is dead. And Dragon is angry and says, first of all, we need to confirm the facts for ourselves. Based on their reactions and what they are saying, I think things are complicated. And it is not about someone's death, because if that's the case, then things are black and white. There's no room for confusion. And when Sabo's brother saw the news, his only reaction was that Sabo was there. If Sabo was reported dead, then he will comment on that because that's more important than Sabo being in Merejuas. Now, could it be that Sabo is captured by the Marines? Yes, it is possible. Maybe he did use himself as bait to give an opportunity for everyone else to escape. But I hope Oda will not go that route. He did it with Ace, and that was epic. But trying to recreate it again, I don't think it would be a good idea. Blackbeard is very happy with everything that is going on. Which is not a surprise, that guy loves chaos. He is heading somewhere to do something. The name of this chapter should be vague, because no one is speaking clearly. Based on that panel of Blackbeard, at first it seemed that we will see him make a move in the story, but we all know that it will probably take years before we see him again and learn what was he talking about. He said it, so it is not a human. Blackbeard is not after someone, but what could it be so important that even a Yonko is interested in? A road poneglyph? Or maybe the location of an ancient weapon? Maybe Blackbeard is after Pluto. He seems to be knowledgeable for things that no one is, so I would not be surprised if he knows about the ancient weapons. And lastly, we got some information about X Drake, and it is great that he is an undercover agent. It's great about his character because this makes him different from the other supernovas, but it is also great for the Wano arc, because this tells us that the Marines will be involved in the arc as well, one way or another, and thus making the arc even bigger. X Drake was also being vague, and only said that thing. I'm sure at this point Oda was laughing like a maniac and saying to his staff, their brains will melt from all those questions that are being raised in this chapter. Thanks for watching.